Hello, my dears. It is Thursday. We're going to do a slow and steady flow today. So this flow is really geared toward allowing us to feel grounded and settled in our bodies, grounded and settled and really present and aware of the breath. I turn to these type of practices, these type of physical practices when I'm feeling unsteady. And today I have a level of anxiety in my body. And I know that yoga can be such a grounding force. So for me, I know moving slower, taking a little bit longer pauses in both poses that might feel strong and the ones that might feel restful helps me to come back to my own body and the truth that is ever present here in what our body needs, in what our nervous system needs when we feel the pull of anxiety or we feel the pull of emotion. I was just talking to the two people on the call here, the Zoom Live, that I've been struggling with this sensation, no matter how much I know it to be white supremacy, patriarchal culture, all the things I want to dismantle, fat phobia, etc., that I run into this sensation and this feeling like I'm not in yoga shape. And it's such bullshit. It's not even true. The yoga is the shape of you. You are in the shape of your yoga. I am in the shape of my yoga. It's not more advanced to flow fast. It's not more advanced to kick up into all of these fancy poses if you're not settled and grounded and present with what your body needs. I know this, and I still struggle with it. So it's important to name that, to demystify that there's some place along this journey that we get to and these things don't bother us anymore, that I can name it, that I can be vulnerable and state it, is the healing process, is the yoga. So if that helps anyone out there listening to this, wonderful, because I know it helps me to come clean and say it. If you are following me along on Spotify today, we're going to play Yoga Moody because I'm moody today. Moody. All right. So let's start on our backs and we'll go ahead and push play. 3, 2, 1, push play. And we'll come onto our backs and do a few knee circles one direction. And a few knee circles the other direction. And then drawing the right knee in toward your chest and extending the left leg, and we'll point and flex the left foot with the heel down. So it's a jostle. Feeling into the low back and the hips. And then let's straighten that right leg up to the sky. Perhaps point and flex through the right foot and heel. Perhaps bending and straightening that right leg. And just feeling into the hamstring and calf. And then half happy baby. And so this isn't always the most comfortable pose to start with. Just know that you can grab hold of your shin, your knee, whatever. You don't have to make this a huge pose at the beginning of class. Just kind of noticing what's true right now in this right hip. What's true in the front of the left hip? What's true about our breath? Can we start to center the breath and the awareness of the breath? And then we'll take this right foot in our left hand and our right knee in our right hand and guide the leg across the body a little. Almost imagine you're a cello and this is your bow. And just notice the right outer hip, the thigh, maybe even the groin. See what you notice and breathe. And then release that leg. Both feet are on the floor. Windshield wiper the legs. Notice what's happening in the low back, in the hips, in the sacrum, in the outer thighs. Notice your breath. And then drawing that left knee in, straightening the right leg. The heel is down, pointing and flexing that right foot helps you to jostle a little, feeling the low back. Also, jostling is very soothing to the nervous system. And then straighten that left leg straight-ish, point and flex through the foot and the heel. Maybe bend the knee and straighten the leg. Whatever feels useful here at the beginning of your practice. And I'll remind myself aloud now to do this sequence again at the end. Not to notice progress, but to notice how things shift and change. It's important because our perspective and our emotions can do the same, shift and change dramatically in an hour. And then half happy baby. Remember, you can grab behind the knee or anywhere on the leg that feels useful to you. And taking a few moments just to breathe here. Notice what you feel in the front of the right hip, in the left hip and groin. And notice your breath. And then grabbing hold of the left foot with your right hand, the left knee with your left hand, and imagining you're a cello and this is your bow. You're going across the body in a way that feels useful, in a way that might come up to an edge of discomfort, but certainly not beyond it. And breathe, notice. And then we'll release our feet and both feet back to the earth, windshield wipering the legs. And then, my dears, arms like a cactus, knees come up, zip your lower legs together, point your toes, draw your belly in. Now, it's not a big movement. Bring your knees slightly to the right. Bring them towards you and away from you. Try to zip them together. Bring them back to center, inhale. Slightly to the left, slightly towards you and away from you. Inhale back to center. Slightly to the right, slightly towards you and away from you. Inhale to center, slightly to the left, slightly toward and away. Inhale, center, slightly right, toward, away. Inhale, center, slightly left, toward and away. And then come back to center, straighten the legs up to the sky and begin to do small circles. Draw your belly in strongly here, like you're going to anchor your pelvis to the floor. Arms can come out to the sides in a T shape or down by your sides, whatever feels useful. Up overhead's probably the more challenging. And then medium circles. Notice how the hips, the sacrum's going to want to come up off the floor. Ground it down by drawing the belly in. Whew, strong through the belly. And then as large as you can without your sacrum coming up. Sorry, I'm going to make growling noises here because it can be a thing, right? It can be a thing. Something that looks simple can really engage that core. And then large circle the other direction. Ooh-wee. I love you, belly. I sure do. I think you're great. Oh my goodness, medium circles. Shoo. And small circles. And then my loves, happy baby. So we're gonna do this thing where we rock slightly to the right, straighten the right leg straightish, and bend that left knee and almost draw it back like you're gonna draw a bow, an arrow. And then back to center, both knees bend, happy baby. Slightly to the left, straighten the left leg, draw the right knee back. Inhale, center. To the right, draw the bow. Inhale, center. To the left, draw the bow. Inhale, center. To the right, draw the bow. Inhale, center. To the left, draw the bow. Now inhale, center. To the right and stay for 5 breaths. Notice that right inner thigh. What else do you feel? Where is the presence of your breath? Come back to center, inhale, and slightly to the left, extending that left leg, pushing through the heel, noticing pulling back on that right foot so that the sacrum stays grounded. Where is your breath? What do you feel? And then coming back to center, soles of the feet together, interlace your fingers around your feet, if that's available to you, a few breaths there. And then we'll release and we will come over onto hands and knees. And as we do, we'll inhale into our cow shape, exhale cat, staying for that cat inhale, exhale back to cow. One more here. Downward facing dog, and we'll pedal and sway. And then settling into our down dog for about 5 breaths. Shifting forward into plank, you might bring your knees down. Shift onto your forearms, forearm plank with knees up or down. Draw the belly in and pause. Come onto the right side forearm plank. So right knee can be down. You can lift your left arm. You could lift your left leg. Breathe. Back to center, forearm plank. Breathe. Onto the left side, forearm plank. Left knee could be down. Right arm, right leg could be up. Breathe. Back to forearm plank. Forearm dog or dolphin pose. Hips high, walk your feet towards you, 5 breaths. Bring your knees down. Sit back on your heels, hero's pose. 5 breaths here. Come up onto your knees and step your left foot forward into low lunge. Maybe your left hand stays on that left thigh. Tuck your tail and start to send your hips forward. Start to send the heart up. And then maybe the arms up, shoulders down. Notice your breath. Grab hold of your right wrist, bend the elbow, let the forearm come behind the head. Start to lean to the left. As you tuck the tail and send the hips forward, slightly send the head into the arm. Come back to center. And then straighten that front leg. Send the heel forward. Flex through the toes. Draw that left hip back and the heart forward. And then, my dears, we're gonna swing that leg around, sit back on the heels, take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Just notice, pause. Come up onto your knees and step that right foot forward. Right hand might stay on that right thigh for a moment. Tuck the tail, send the hips forward. And then perhaps send the arms up, shoulders down. And breathe and notice what you're feeling, any sensation. Grab hold of the left wrist as you bend that elbow, bring the left forearm behind the head, lean right, tuck the tail, send the hips forward, lean back into that forearm. Draw the belly lightly in. And reach the arms up. And then frame that front foot. Send that right foot forward, flex through the heel. And imagine drawing your heart forward, feeling the hamstring there, a few breaths. And then, my dears, we'll swing that leg back around again, coming onto hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay for an inhale. Back to cow. Transition to downward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Hugging in the triceps. Walking ourselves forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, plank, knees can be down. Come onto your right side, side plank. Inhale. Back to plank. Knees can be down. Come onto your left side, side plank. Inhale. Back to plank. Shift your weight forward, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Walk, or if you like to hop, hop light to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, plank. Knees can always be down. Left side, side plank. Inhale. Back to plank. Right side, side plank. Inhale. Back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walker hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up. Mountain pose. Two more this way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plank. Right side, side plank. Inhale. Plank. Left side, side plank. Inhale. Plank. Shift forward, breathe in. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Walker hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Mountain. Last one, inhale, arms up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Left side, side plank. Breathe in. Plank. Right side, breathe in. Plank. Shift forward, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Rock yourself forward and back on your feet, side to side. Notice what you feel. Lift your toes and then gently bring them back down. Notice what you feel. Root through your left foot, lift your right knee up. Fly the leg back through warrior 3 or airplane. And then land it down for warrior 1. Ribs shine forward, heart lifts up. Back heel roots, pinky toe edge side of the foot roots. Arms reach up, front knee bends. Big inhale here. And then straighten that leg and bow over it, forehead toward your shin. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're gonna come to side plank on the right. So I put my right hand down, pivot the back toes, pivot my left toes. Breathe in, plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, down dog for a few breaths. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. Feel your feet. If it's comfortable, close your eyes. Shift your weight right and left, forward and back. Lift your toes. And then allow your toes to gently come back down. Left knee lifts. Fly it back through airplane. And land it back, warrior 1. Shine the ribs forward, slightly tuck the tail. Root through the pinky toe edge side of the back foot. Arms up, bend the front knee. Breathe in. Straighten that right leg and bow towards it. Deep breath in. Long breath out. We're gonna pivot to side plank on the left. Breathe in. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog or sit back on your heels. 5 breaths. If you're on your heels, meet in down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale and walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Bow again. Rise up. Mountain pose. Feel mountain, notice. What do you feel? Where's your energy? Does it feel grounded and rooted? Does it feel up high? No wrong answer, just notice. And then lift your right knee up. Open your right knee out. Without using your hands, tree pose, arms reach up. Reach that right knee up, arms stay up. Airplane. Warrior 1. Inhale here, arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, shine the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. And then reach behind you for opposite wrists or elbows. Straighten that left leg. Shine your shoulders and ribs forward, hips forward. Come down with a flat back. Pyramid pose. Release your hands. Side plank on the right. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise up. Mountain. Notice your feet. Notice your energy. Lift your left knee. Let your left knee open. Tree pose. Arms reach up. Breathe. Lift the left knee up, arms stay up. Airplane. Warrior one. Ribs shine forward. Root the back heel. Arms up. Cactus the arms, bend that front knee. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, cactus, shine the heart up. Reach up, inhale. Cactus. Lift. Reach behind you for opposite wrists or elbows. Straighten that right leg. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward one another. Flat back, come forward and down, pyramid. Release your hands, side plank on the left. Plank, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog or hero's pose or child's pose. 5 breaths. If you're in heroes or child's, meet in down dog. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Mountain pose, feel, notice. Chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Down dog your way. Right leg lifts. Allow your knee to bend and your hip to open. Deep breath in. Step that foot forward for warrior two. Straighten that right leg. Triangle pose. Warrior two. Inhale, star. Goddess. Inhale, star. Warrior two toward the back of your mat. Straighten the left leg. Triangle. Warrior two. Inhale, star. Turn your feet to face the long edge of your mat, wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift. Heels in, toes out, booty low. Goddess. Inhale, star. Warrior two toward the front of your mat. Exalted warrior. Side plank on the left. Chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Down dog, child's pose, or hero's pose, 5 breaths. If you've taken another pose besides down dog, let's meet in down dog now. Left leg lifts. Allow your hip to open, knee to bend. Deep breath in. Warrior two. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, side angle. Spin the heart up. Maybe a half bind or even a full one. You might gaze up. Back to warrior two. Inhale, star. Goddess pose. Star inhale. Warrior two toward the back of your mat. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, side angle. Half bind or even full bind. You might gaze up. Inhale, back to warrior two. Star. Turn your toes to face forward. Wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift. Heels in, toes out, goddess. Booty low. Inhale, star. Warrior two toward the front. Exalted warrior, inhale. Side plank on the right. And chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog, child's pose or hero's pose. If you're in child's or hero's, come back down dog. Walker hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Mountain pose. A few breaths here. Chair pose. Right ankle, left knee. Figure four. And squat down a little. Come up, right knee up. Airplane. Open half moon. Warrior two. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, side plank on the right. And chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog, child's pose or heroes. Meeting in down dog. Walker hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Feel your feet, mountain pose. Chair pose. Left ankle, right knee, figure four. Squat down just a little. Come up, lift that knee up. Fly it back and open half moon. Warrior two. Inhale, exalted. Side plank on the left. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Ooh, hero's child's pose or down dog, 5 breaths. My dears, we're gonna come onto our bellies. Sphinx. Push into your wrists. Gently draw your elbows towards your waist. And try to draw the belly in and relax the booty just a little. And then, my dears, let's come onto our left side. Bend the right knee, reach back for your heel, ankle, foot, and then tuck your tail and start to draw your right knee toward your left thigh or toward the earth. And tuck the tail and send the hips slightly forward. Can you keep hold of this right foot and come back onto your belly? And push into your left palm and kick the foot into the hand half bow. And then draw the forehead toward the earth. Tuck the tail, stretch the right quad. Release that side, my dears, back to Sphinx. Notice your breath. Come on to your right side. Bend your left knee. Reach back for your foot or ankle. Draw the knee toward the earth. Tuck your tail. Send your hips forward. Squeeze your left shoulder blade in toward the spine. Gently come onto your belly. Keep holding that left foot. Kick the foot into the hand, maybe coming to your right palm for half bow. And then forehead down, heel toward the booty, tuck the tail, stretch the left quad. Release, back to Sphinx. Now, some of you might have bow pose in your practice where you reach back for both of your feet or ankles. Kick your feet into your hands and come into the back bend. An alternative is to walk our knees kind of wide, bring the soles of the feet together, and then either stay on the forearms, drawing the heart forward, or coming to our palms, lifting the elbows. Whatever feels useful, strengthening for the low back, but not pinching. Shoulders down, heart draws forward. Good, come down. Draw your knees in towards center. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs. And then child's pose. Knees can be together or wide. My dears, we're coming over onto our backs, Taking a few moments just to do a few little knee circles one direction, a few the other. And then drawing the right knee in toward the belly or chest, straightening the left leg. And you might use the left heel to point and flex the foot to get a little jostle happening. And breathe, notice. And then perhaps straightening that right leg, pointing, flexing through the foot, bending the knee, straightening the leg, whatever works. Feeling the hamstring and calf, noticing any subtle or significant differences. And again, it's not progress. It's just noticing shift, right? Noticing shift. Things don't remain the same. We can be guaranteed that things shift. Some things in ways we favor and some in ways we don't. But the practice is to show up for it. Breathe into it, notice it. And then half happy baby. Now, my dears, you might start to walk your left straight leg out to the left a tiny bit. And you might notice your left hip flexor and groin if you're anything like me. And you might breathe and try to relax. And then the cello and the bow. The cello and the bow. So there might be a place along the way that feels useful to stay. It's like pigeon on your back. And if that's true for you, like it is for me, you might just stay still and breathe. And then release that leg. Draw the left knee in and start to jostle. And then straighten that left leg, perhaps flexing through the heel, perhaps bending the knee and straightening, or anything else that feels useful to you. Notice similarities and differences since the beginning of class. Half happy baby. You might take that right straight leg out to the right a little. Notice that right hip flexor and groin. And then you are the cello, your left leg is the bow. You might keep in motion or you might stay still like pigeon on your back. And then we'll come to full happy baby when you're ready. You might hold on to your big toes if that's available in your body. And we'll go to the right a little, straightening the right leg, drawing the left knee back like a bow. And then over to the left, drawing the right knee back like a bow. And back and forth like that a few times, seeing again what is shifted, subtly perhaps, or significantly. Just notice. Notice what your breath is doing. And then the next time we're to the right, we'll stay for 5 breaths. And back to center and over to the left, we'll stay for 5 breaths. And then we'll come back to center and see if we can bring the soles of the feet together and perhaps interlace the fingers around the feet and feel into the mid back here. Maybe a few sighs even. And then when you're ready, any final poses you might have before Shavasana, you might be ready right now. When you're ready, my dears, rising back to a seat. As you rise back to a seat, notice your breath. And I know for me, my energy feels much more settled and grounded, and I'm grateful for that. But that's not always true either. Yeah. So just notice what your energy feels like in this moment, as if this is the only moment. And feel gratitude for your body and for a practice that helps you to process emotions as well as anxiety, all of the things that can arise for us. And that we can call ourselves back into present moment awareness through simple things throughout our day, like feeling our feet on the ground, noticing our breath. And in that small way, we start to create a little more peace in our own nervous system so that we can show up with a little more semblance of peace for our work in the world and our connections with each other. In that spirit of peace, we say Shanti, Shalom, Salam, Amani, Maluhia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Pache, Pas. The spirit of our collective liberation, we say. Ashe, Amin, Amen, blessed be. Kapu Aloha, In Lakach, Satnam, Namaste, Matakriasan, Black Lives Matter.